Hello and welcome once again to Making Money on Guild Wars 2. This time, I'm actually not talking about making money, I'm talking about not spending too much money. You notice here in front of me is the spreadsheet, which I introduced to you in the last video. And this is one of the first things I did just to play around. It's a graph showing the cost of a pick per use, and contrasting that with the value of an ore. See, even though you might mine some copper ore and it might be worth 15 copper, it's not worth that much because you spent money in order to obtain it. That is, you used uses from a pick in order to obtain that ore, which means you spent a little money to make money, and which is fine. The difficulty is, what if you spend more money to get that ore than what it's worth? Now, I put this up here because I really wasn't sure and I had to check, but this is one of the many uses we can have for this spreadsheet. I have here up top the cost of each of the pick in silver, from the copper pick all the way up to orichalcum pick. Now, there are other kinds of picks, but those aren't bought either with silver or are bought with our currency, or they're obtained in other ways, so that doesn't really matter to here. Cost per use is merely its cost divided by 100 because they all have 100 uses. Now when I have copper ore, what I'm doing is I'm looking at another portion of my spreadsheet and seeing what the value of copper ore is, and I'm subtracting the cost per use from it. So here, mining copper ore from a copper pick nets you 14 copper. Now, the value of copper ore is just about 14 copper, so you don't really lose much. But as you get to more expensive picks, you notice that the amount of money you're making decreases. So here at the end, copper ore, because you're spending 4 copper every time you swing that orichalcum pick, you're only making 10 copper per piece of ore, which lowers even further how much gold you're really making when you're out farming. The most obvious one, the most startling ones here is I didn't realize silver ore was worth so little. And if you mine silver ore with an orichalcum pick, look at that, you're only making 3 copper each. It's almost not worth it. Okay, so also notice that we have these blank fields, and these fields of course are blank because you cannot use a copper pick to mine orichalcum ore. You see that? Or you cannot use a steel pick to mine mithril ore. You see that intersection is blank. So I left that blank. But here with simple knowledge of spreadsheets, as well as references to GW2 Spidey, we're able to then see how much it's actually worth it to go out and go mining.